I'm about to say something outrageous right now, so prepare yourself. I want to give you access to a secret psychological technique that will literally force your ex to forgive you for everything and desire you so badly that they will literally chase you around like crazy. I want you to stop whatever you're doing right now and pay very close attention to this free presentation, as it won't remain online for too long. Do you know that by pushing a few emotional hot buttons already located in your ex's mind, you can influence him or her to your way of thinking, and make them feel a very strong inner urge to be with you again, desire you again, love you again? Imagine how good you will feel when the very person who is acting distant and avoiding you like the plague suddenly comes running to you, wraps his or her arms around you, hugs you so tight that it almost hurts, and gently whispers the 4 magic words that you were dying to hear from them. I want you back. Imagine how exhilarating it will be when the very person who never wanted to see your face is begging you to take them back. Imagine how relieved you will feel when you finally see that dark cloud of depressing emotions starting to dissolve and experience an instant release of tension and heartache to finally feel at ease. Imagine how great it will be to finally wake up in the morning without feeling heavy or tense. Imagine how euphoric you will feel when your ex finally calls you and tells you how much they have missed you, how badly they want to be with you, how sorry they are for everything, and promise to never let you go again. What if I showed you exactly how you can use this psychological technique to not only get your ex back, but to trigger a unique kind of attraction which is so intense that they will never want to lose you again? And what if I further told you that this secret was so disgustingly simple that you'd kick yourself in the gut for not having discovered it earlier? Once you understand how to use this psychological technique, you will have an unfair advantage in every situation you encounter with your ex. You will feel a sense of power in your relationship like never before, and will have a wide grin plastered across your face because you will be able to make your ex feel extra passionate for you whenever you feel like it. This very thing will give you the power to make your ex feel a strong inner desire to touch you, hold you, and be with you all the time. They will struggle to think of anyone else but you. I can promise that you will feel a sudden jolt of excitement rush through your body once you understand how easy this really is. I know it sounds too good to be true and even impossible right now, but I can personally promise that after you finish watching this short presentation, you will know exactly how to use this psychological technique and will be blown away with the results you achieve with it. Trust me, this is one of the most important videos you are ever going to see. What you're going to discover about your ex from this video might be the most important 5 minutes you ever spend. My name is Ryan Hall, and I'm not some big relationship guru or a psychologist with a fancy PhD to my name. In fact, I am an everyday average guy. And here's a painful story which you will definitely relate to. My girlfriend had been avoiding my calls for quite some time, and I knew that she had wanted to break up. I still remember that day very vividly. I was pacing around my room anxiously with the phone in my hand, grinding my teeth really hard and nervously trying to dial my girlfriend's number. It started to ring and she finally answered. After a few minutes of conversation, in a very distant and cold tone, she said, "I'm sorry, Ryan. We can't be together anymore," and hung up. Utter silence on the line cut through the tiny bit of hope I was holding on to. I felt hot all of a sudden, and tears began to burn their way down my cheeks. An intense amount of desperation flooded my body as I realized that I lost her, possibly forever. The pain was so bad that it felt like someone had punched me really hard in the stomach. It was utterly unbearable. I was driven absolutely crazy by the very fact that I might never see her again. I understood that I could fill oceans with my tears, but this situation wouldn't resolve by itself. I had to take some action, and that too fast. This is where I began my desperate search for solutions. I collected a bunch of relationship psychology books and read them page to page. I sucked every little to big piece of information like a super powerful vacuum cleaner sucks dust. I don't know if it was a matter of pure coincidence or sheer luck, but I couldn't believe what I had stumbled upon. It was a perfect psychological recipe to not only get your ex back, but to keep them attracted to you for as long as you please. Overwhelmed by this new discovery, I slowly started applying this to my situation. What happened next was something I could never have imagined. My ex-girlfriend was at my doorstep, crying, telling me how much she missed me. how much she regrets her decision to let me go, and how badly she wants me back in her life. I was literally shell-shocked. I knew this technique would work, but I didn't know it would work this well and this fast. I shared this exact formula with one of my friends in a similar situation, and he had his ex calling him like crazy and begging him to get back together. I also shared this exact same technique with my cousin and helped her go from a point where her husband of 3 years had literally abandoned her to the point where he was begging her for forgiveness and wanted her to give him another chance. In the coming months, my friends started referring their friends to me for relationship help. As funny as it sounds, I was being referred to as a relationship expert at this point. But one thing was a fact. I had the exact step-by-step recipe anyone could use and get their ex back. But before that, I want to give you some bad news. If you're anything like me, then you've already followed a certain pattern and made a few mistakes. Tell me if any of this sounds familiar. You usually wake up with a dark mood that seems impossible to get rid of. You constantly think about your ex and feel an overwhelming sense of pain and anxiety because they are completely avoiding you. You probably feel constant guilt over what you did or said and wish you could turn back time and undo all the mistakes. Perhaps you have pictured them with another guy or girl and felt your stomach cringe imagining them kissing or making love with this new person. You're struggling to eat and your health is suffering because of it. This overwhelming pain has pushed you into doing irrational and obsessive things. You probably called your ex hundreds of times, sent them endless texts, emailed them a lot, and even pleaded or begged them to give you one final chance. But all you ever got is more anxiety and panic. If your situation is really bad, then you have tried spying on your ex and constantly drive by their home, work, and hangout spots to check up on them. You also obsessively check your phone, email, or Facebook account to see if they left a message. But the sad truth is, none of this has worked, and you are still left with an empty feeling in the pit of your stomach. Your friends and family tell you to just move on, but only you know how difficult it really is. If you've already followed this pattern and made some or all of the mistakes, then you have done a good job of pushing your ex further away. But let me tell you another thing. It's not your fault. Don't hit yourself hard thinking and rethinking all the mistakes you have made till now. It's really not your fault. I know how painful it is to feel absolutely restless, to toss and turn all night because your mind won't stop thinking about your ex, to get a racing heartbeat and feel yourself sinking into this perpetual depression because you just don't know what to do. We don't come to this world with an instruction manual on how to manage this stuff. We aren't taught about relationships in school or college. So now let me come to the good news. It will all change for you today. It means you'll never get blown out again in this area, ever. Have you ever seen couples get together after a breakup? I am sure you have. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever seen couples reuniting even when one of the partners cheated and, even worse, got abused? Okay, now you might be thinking I must be a freaking psycho or something. Well, not exactly. Hear me out here. How can people let their ex back into their life even when there was abuse involved? The fact is, people patch up even when there is cheating or abuse involved in the relationship. Now, I'm not saying that's right or trying to justify abuse. All I am really saying is that no situation is impossible. There is hope in all cases. Alright, now let me share the secret sauce with you, the exact step-by-step formula which I've used to help hundreds of men and women to successfully get their ex back. Please take notes as this is extremely important. What I'm about to share with you is so important that without it, it will be utterly impossible to get your ex back. In fact, understanding this very thing is so important that if you don't, your ex will get even more distant with time, will forget you completely, and you will feel that they're gone forever. If you want to get your ex back, then there are 2 really important things you absolutely need to do. Step 1. You have to appeal to the emotional side of your ex's mind. Every human has 2 minds, the conscious mind which follows logic, and then the unconscious mind which follows emotion. Our conscious mind is within our active control, while the unconscious mind is not within our active control. The conscious mind deals with our thoughts, while the unconscious mind is responsible for generating feelings and emotions. That's why it's also called the emotional mind. Whenever there's a battle between the conscious and the unconscious mind, The unconscious mind wins hands down. In other words, emotion outweighs logic every single time. Once you appeal to the emotional part of your ex's mind, you will be able to make him or her literally dance to your tunes. Since the emotional mind isn't within a human being's control, you'll be able to trigger feelings of love and affection within their mind, and your ex will have absolutely no idea how you're doing it. They will just feel this strong inner urge to be with you again. On the other side of the spectrum, have you ever wondered why people fall out of love and start disliking the very person they loved dearly? It doesn't happen because a person logically decided to stop loving their partner. It happened because on a deeper emotional level, that very person is getting these nasty feelings, which are forcing them to distance themselves from their partner. The unconscious mind is like fertile soil. Whatever you sow, you will eventually reap. In order to get your ex back, you have to erase the negative image of yourself from your ex's mind and replace that with a new, positive image of yourself. Once you do that, your ex will feel these strong inner urges to be with you again. They will start liking you the way they liked you at the early stages of your relationship. They will find it hard to keep you out of their mind and will want you back at any possible cost. Step 2. You have to alter the feelings they attach to your mental image. There are 3 really important emotions your ex absolutely needs to feel to want you back again. These are desire, attraction, love. But right now, they might be feeling hate, reluctance, or even anger towards you. In order to get them back, you have to transform the emotion of hate into desire, reluctance into attraction, and anger into love. Whenever we mentally picture a person, our unconscious mind gives us feelings associated with that person, which makes us either like or dislike that person. In order to have your ex back, you need to make them associate feelings of desire, attraction, and love to the image they see of you in their mind. Your ex should feel an intense sense of desire, attraction, and love whenever they picture you in their mind, and it is completely within your power. You can do it by speaking a very specific language, which directly triggers a specific part in your ex's mind that is responsible for generating emotions. So what I am saying is that by changing a few words, you can make your ex go from feeling almost no attraction for you to feeling an intense need to be with you again. This is so powerful that your ex won't be able to help themselves. They will subconsciously start feeling these intense feelings for you and will be unconsciously compelled to want you again. If you aren't using this secret, then you are doing yourself a huge disservice, and you're actually making a massive mistake. Not knowing this will lead you into relationship issues and problems, and you will always find yourself confused and frustrated. Now you're probably wondering, okay Ryan, I understand that I need to appeal to the emotional part of my ex's mind and alter the feelings they attach to my mental image, but I don't know exactly what to say or do to make it happen, so how do I do it? I'd like to show you exactly what to do in order to make your ex desire you like a fat kid desires a cheesecake. Knowing it will grant you the power to inspire tremendous amounts of love and attraction in your ex's mind every single time. You will connect with him or her on a level you have never imagined before. Also, none of this is hard. In fact, it's so easy that you'd kick yourself for not having discovered this earlier. But before I get to it, I need to warn you. What I will show you is very useful and dangerous at the same time. It is like being handed a sharp knife. You can use it to cut vegetables, and you can also use it to stab someone. So I hope you use this responsibly and only for good purposes. Since I cannot help you face to face, I've done the next best thing. I've put my magic secrets into an easy-to-follow, step-by-step manual I call Pull Your Ex Back. Every aspect, from how to deal with breakup pain to exact steps you must take which will make your ex crawl back to you faster than you can imagine, have been covered in great detail. These secrets are so important that, if ignored, will shatter your chances of ever getting your lover back. Trust me, this is one chance you can't afford to miss. These are the secrets which are not taught in any class, discussed in any book, or shared anywhere else. It's an absolute must-know for you, period. So, are you ready? Here's what you will learn. Revealed. an absolute must-know secret to understanding how your mind functions, which will help you get rid of those deadly inner demons that have been causing massive emotional pain. Now you can make your mind do exactly what you want it to do. A rock-solid way to get rid of the breakup pain within minutes. This is a step-by-step method to pull yourself out of any depressed state, no matter how intense it is, and experience permanent pain loss. You don't want to miss this one. A simple change in thinking that will instantly put you back in control of the situation and turn this painful situation into an exciting adventure that only gets better and better. Got dumped? Discover a shocking secret ingredient which every man desperately craves, yet most women aren't even aware of. Do this right, and no man will ever dare to dump you again. One deadly mistake you are constantly making with your ex. Trust me, this will totally shatter your chances of ever getting your ex back. You must eliminate this life-sucking trap before it's too late. Are they dating someone else now? I have a surefire psychological recipe you can use which will subconsciously force your ex to feel attraction towards you. You'll be stunned at how effective this really is. A fantastic, direct approach to understanding what your ex is thinking. How to finally figure out why your ex got rid of you in the first place. Once you know this, getting your ex back would feel seamlessly easy and effortless. A secret ingredient every man and woman looks for in their partner. This is something all men or women desperately want, or else they will dump you sooner or later. This is the ultimate hidden secret to keeping your partner glued to you. Insanely effective field-tested technique which will unconsciously drive your ex almost crazy thinking about you. Do not be surprised if your ex chases you around after you implement this. A hardcore, super advanced concept which will make your ex call you, regardless of how bad the breakup was. This secret has a 99% success rate. A powerful and deadly mind trick. Do just these and it's guaranteed that your ex will want to be with you till the end of time. This is one secret no one will ever share with you. An earth-shattering way to talk that will make your ex find you exceptionally intriguing and will build their curiosity to crazy levels almost instantly. This is the core secret of success behind getting them back. How to stop a breakup even before it happens. The one thing you must do that will force your partner to feel instant attraction towards you. They will settle for no one else but you. One simple sentence which will make your lover crawl back to your arms almost instantly. This is an ultra-rare gem you can't afford to miss at any cost. And this isn't even half of what I've covered in the manual. And know this, not only is my manual going to help you get your ex back, but it will also help you build a rock-solid foundation for the rest of your life. From now on, you will never struggle with relationships, ever. Not only can I say, but more importantly, prove that my system works. Here's what others are saying. This is awesome. It worked. OMG. Thank you so much for creating this masterpiece. This has really opened my eyes. And to my surprise, he called on the 8th day. Seems like he wants to get back now. You truly made me realize a lot of things which I would never have noticed all my life. Once again, thank you so much. Jenny, Miami, United States. Works great even for long-distance relationships. Hi, I just wanted to thank you and tell you that your book has totally changed my life. I had broken up with my girlfriend of 3 years 4 weeks ago, and I've got to tell you that this was the most difficult thing I ever had to deal with. After reading your book and following the advice, I got an email from my girlfriend asking me how I was. I emailed her back the next day, and she was real desperate to talk to me. We got on the phone, and she cried for hours, virtually begging to get back together. I've never felt so in control before in my life. I have to tell you I am really thankful to you for appearing when I really needed help. You're the man. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Jonathan, Ontario, Canada. Dating once again. Just an email to personally thank you for the great advice in your Pull Your Ex Back book. Have to tell you that I was a bit skeptical at first, but now I truly understand how effective your advice is. Linda and I went out yesterday after 2 weeks of breakup, and I just received a text from her telling me what a great time she had with me. I think it's all going to go very well from this point on. I picked up your book when I was at the peak level of depression, and right now I am at the peak level of excitement. All thanks to you. Cheers. John, New York, United States. Daniel begged me. This is hard to believe. Daniel virtually begged me to take him back. It took me some time, though, but it's all worth the effort. The advice in your book works extremely well. The best money spent so far. Thanks a lot. Amy, London, UK. Just imagine how great your life is going to be when you completely understand what's going on in your ex's mind. Imagine how good you will feel when you will know exactly what to say or do in order to make your ex fall hard for you once again. Imagine how relieved you will feel when you know what to say and do to get the results you actually want, instead of mindlessly trying one thing after another, only to face more frustration and disappointment. So now I want to know, what is it really worth to you to have this kind of power at your disposal? Millions of men and women spend thousands of dollars on professional psychologists or therapists who charge $100 to $200 per hour or more for several months and even years, and usually aren't even able to give you solid, fail-proof solutions to getting your ex back. If you add up the cost over time, it would be several thousands of dollars. So what do you think would be a fair price for my system? I think $299 would be fair considering the benefits you will get for the rest of your life. But you aren't going to pay $299. You aren't even going to pay $199. Heck, you won't even have to pay $99. By ordering today, only through this presentation, you get the entire Pull Your Ex Back system for only $39. And listen to this, I am so confident that I am willing to take all the risk. You can try out my manual for full 60 days, and if for any reason it doesn't work for you, or you don't absolutely love the manual, just let me know, and I'll give you a 100% refund. So you really can't lose with this. Alright, now this is what I want you to do next. Click on the Add to Cart button below this video, and you will be taken to a secure order page where you can fill in your payment details, using a credit card, debit card, or PayPal. Once that is done, you will be taken to a download page where you can have instant access to the manual and start reading it 5 minutes from now. But wait, I need to let you know that I am planning on raising the price of my manual to $99 soon, as I've been told by some folks that my system is heavily underpriced, so I can't guarantee how long this will be available at $39. If you leave this page now, I can't promise that you'll be able to get it at $39 again. So, grab it while it's still available. Plus, if you choose to invest in my program right now, I'll also add the audio version of the manual, worth $97, absolutely free, which you can download to your PC, tablet, or phone and start listening to it right away. And I'll also give you my special report called Mind Control Black Book. It contains forbidden mind control tactics that work in cases which seem impossible. Try these on your ex today and watch them go from hating you to absolutely adoring you in record time. It's a $27 value, and I wrote it specifically for customers of this system who were dealing with impossible situations. Alright, now you've seen and heard a lot in this presentation. If you've got this far, then you really have 3 things you can do. Thing 1. Leave this page and completely forget about what you saw or heard. Go back to living your life the way you've always lived, and stay in that horrible breakup pain, hoping that someday it will go away, and your ex might take you back. If that's what you're planning, then I wish you all the best. Thing 2. You are probably thinking about using the free advice you got from this presentation and doing it all on your own, which will definitely work for you, but there's a very high chance that you might struggle without knowing the exact how-to steps. You could see short-term results, but it might not be permanent. Thing 3. You can stay on this page, hit the Add to Cart button below, download the manual, and let me take you by the hand and guide you step by step through the whole process, and put you on the fast track to massive success. And you understand that you have absolutely zero risk, as you have full 60 days to try the system, so this should be a very easy decision for you. There are 2 types of people on this planet, the spectators and the players. The spectators are the people who only watch things happen. This is the group which suffers the most in life because they don't make things happen. Rather, things happen to them, usually really bad things. They sit and watch as life passes them by. They only hope and wish that someday things would be better, but nothing ever changes. And then you have the players. This is the select group of people who make things happen, who live a life full of abundance and happiness because they act on the opportunities provided to them instead of sitting there and letting it pass them by. Do you know what percentage of people are actual players? You'd be surprised. It's only 3%. The rest, 97%, are spectators. So it's no wonder that so many people lead a life of silent desperation. I want to ask you, which category are you in? Are you a player or are you a spectator? Here's the bitter truth. Problems that are not resolved today will most likely never be resolved. Majority of men and women spend months and years living a life of silent desperation, praying and hoping that their ex will give them a chance someday. The reality is that it won't happen. Your ex won't magically decide to be with you again out of the blue. If you keep on doing what you've always done, you will keep on getting what you've always got. And here's the sad part. Most men and women refuse to get help. They sort of stick to their own personal theories and ideas. They take the old hit and trial route and struggle year after year to eventually end up heavily frustrated and hopeless. Why would you follow the hit and trial route when there are proven step-by-step secrets out there which will get you out of your misery and put you on a fast track to success? It's possible to create near instant change in your relationship and get your ex back if you know exactly how to tackle various situations effectively. And that's exactly what I will show you in my program. I have done all the hard work for you. All you really have to do now is to download the manual and apply the strategies in your life. Still skeptical? No problem. Let me address some frequently asked questions. When will I receive Pull Your Ex Back manual? You will receive the book right away after the order. It's an ebook in PDF format. That means you can instantly download it to your hard drive and start reading 5 minutes from now. How easy is that? Nothing is sent to your home, and you'll be billed by ClickBank for your privacy. Your transaction will be 100% secure and private. I'm scared of sharing my credit card information with you. Your transaction will be 100% secure and private. You will be billed by ClickBank for your privacy. It's a very reputed company which has been in business for the last 14 years. You can always Google them for more information. Also, your credit card statement won't show that you bought Pull Your Ex Back system. Rather, it will show a charge from ClickBank for your complete privacy. How fast will I get results? Results could be seen right away after the application of methods mentioned in the manual. Therefore, the faster you apply them, the faster you will see results. What if I cheated? Will it still work for me? You can still get him or her back quite easily. Yes, it might take a bit of time, but with my advanced step-by-step system, you will definitely see results. Listen, you have nothing to lose, and the rest of your life to enjoy the unparalleled power you will get with your relationships. Grab hold of this opportunity right now before it's too late. Just imagine how great your life would be if you have the love of your life back in your arms again. You never have to face rejection again, ever. Get total control of your emotions and feel better than ever. Finally, get your life back on track. You'll get everything you need right here in this manual, which will enable you to create the ultimate loving relationship you have always wanted and keep the man or woman of your dreams in your life forever. Click on the Add to Cart button below this video, and I'll see you on the inside.